What's up, YouTube? Back at you one more time. Getting ready to bake some chicken and do some cabbage and rice. So right now I'm cutting up my vegetables. I already cut my bell peppers, and right now I'm about to cut up some garlic. I like using fresh ingredients if I can. It's just something about the fresh that I like. So hang tight while I chop up some garlic. All right, y'all. About to get my cabbage going. And how I like to start my cabbage off is low to medium heat. And take me some butter and a little olive oil. And I like to saute my vegetables in the bottom first. And what I mean by vegetables, I usually take like some bell peppers and garlic to saute it in the pot before I put my cabbage in. Also, when I'm in the kitchen, I like to keep me some hot, soapy water so I can just constantly dip my hands in and wash and just keep everything clean, keep it on the up and up. But we're going to let the butter get to melting and get going, and I'll be back in a flash. Okay, y'all, we back. Got the butter and olive oil going. So what I like to go in first with is my onion, little red onion. Some people call them purple, but my onion goes in first. Then I go in with my bell peppers. I'm not going to use all this. I'm going to save some of it for the chicken. Let those go for a little bit. Want them to be translucent or soft or where you can see through them. And then once they cook down a little bit, I'm going to add my garlic, some of the fresh garlic that I chopped. All right, welcome back, guys. I've added the garlic already. You guys can smell this. It smells amazing. So I have red bell pepper, yellow bell pepper, red onion, and garlic going, and some butter and olive oil. I added a little salt, a little black pepper. Very light, just to taste, but if you guys can see the color, that looks good. I like color in my food because to me it just makes the presentation that much better, and it's more appealing to the eye. So I'm going to let that cook down a little bit more and let those veggies get soft, and then I'll start to add in my cabbage. Okay, guys, we're back. I just added a little bit of water to that, even though I don't need much because this cabbage is full of water. So I'm about to start adding my cabbage. And once I add it, I'm going to season each layer. And like once I get a good little bit down, I'm going to take my chicken bouillon seasoning and season my cabbage well. Like I said, for me, I do simple cooking. It doesn't take much. For me, salt, black pepper, and a little bit of this, and you'll have yourself something good to eat. So I'm going to season that layer. Not too much. Because once it starts to cook and cook down, like every cook should, I'll be tasting it to kind of see where I'm at, what I got, how much more I need to eat to add to it. So I'm going to put another layer down. And I'm just going to season it just like I did the last layer. All right, I'm going in for my last layer on top and repeat the same steps as the first two layers. Just get it all in there, season it a little bit. Now, as it tends to cook down, cook a little more, there will be a couple of more ingredients that I add. I like my cabbage to have maybe a little bit of spice, so I'll add a few red pepper flakes, but that's later on down the road. All right, I'm gonna season it. And what I do is I crank the heat up on mine for about the first 5 minutes, get it really hot and get a good steam. Then I'll come back and turn it down. So I'll put the lid on it tight. We'll be back in a flash. Okay, YouTube, we back. It's been about 5 minutes. I had that cabbage on high heat. I added a couple of pieces of butter to the mix as well. But as you can see, it's cooked down already a good little bit. So I turned the heat down. I'm probably going to hit it with a little bit more seasoning right now. And I'm just going to let it simmer and steam low. Also with me, I'm a person that loves black pepper. So I put black pepper on everything. And I just like to cook with my eyes. You know, when I see it and it looks good, I know it's going to taste good. So I'm going to let this go. It's already looking great. A little bit of juice in the bottom. You don't need a boiler full of water to cook your cabbage, because I like to cook my cabbage what they call al dente. It's just a little bit of crunch Not hard, but just a slight little crunch to it. I don't like it overcooked and mushy. So that's what I'm shooting for, and we'll get back at you in a flash. All right, y'all, we back. It's been about 20, 25 minutes. Gonna take a peek at our cabbage. It's rolling, great. I did taste it a little bit. Tastes really good already, doesn't need any more seasoning. So I'm just gonna let it cook down a little bit more and it'll be ready shortly. In between breaks, I added some yellow rice. This is something fairly new to me. I don't cook rice a lot. So I'm hoping that it turns out pretty good. Looks good right now, smells good from the start. So like I said, this is something new for me. I don't eat a lot of rice, nor do I cook it. If rice get cooked, it's usually my wife. And she too doesn't eat a lot of it, but I just had a taste for some rice and baked chicken. So I decided to cook it today. All right, y'all, we back. Take a peek in on this cabbage. Yes, it's looking great. Taste a piece of it, see what it tastes like. Al dente, just like I like. So now the perfect time, just add a few red pepper flakes. Let that go about another 5 minutes, or really you can turn it off because it's still hot. It's just gonna simmer down. And that cabbage is good to go. Matter of fact, I'm gonna move it onto the back because I'm about to sear some chicken before I bake it. Also, yeah, let's peep in on the rice. I got it slow rolling over here. It's looking good as well. I'm just gonna let it simmer low and slow. All right, we get the cash down, get ready for some chicken. All right, we back. Getting ready to sear my chicken. I'm gonna go in with the thighs first, skin side down. So it's been about 5 minutes. I'm gonna just flip each one of these thighs and just let them get a little. As you can see, I've got all my pieces of chicken seared. So now I've placed the chicken in the pan that I'm going to bake it in, getting it ready for the cream of mushroom soup that I'm about to pour over the top of it. So as I get the soup ready, I'll be back in a flash. Okay, YouTube, with the miracle of time, we back. As you can see, I'm spreading the cream of mushroom soup over every ounce of my chicken. And what I'm trying to do here is just make sure it covers every piece evenly and try to make sure that I use every bit of the soup that I have because this is going to make for some really, really, really good baked chicken. All right, after 2 hours and 10 minutes, we have some beautifully baked chicken. The time has come. Baked chicken, yellow rice, steamed cabbage, and a yeast roll.